Welcome back to my channel, Switch fans. Happy freaking Mario Wonder Day. If you haven't checked out my videos, you owe it to yourself too. I have walkthroughs that cover the entire planet at 100%. The video I created is titled 10 Things Reviews Don't Tell You About the Game. I'm shocked. That's the Mario I desire. I've been waiting for this Mario. This game is genuine magic, giving me shivers and making my hair stand on end. It has been pure joy. Yes, I adore it. View the videos there. It had a Metacritic score of 93. It's widely acknowledged that this is a Mario masterpiece. Many claim that it's the best Mario since Mario Bros.That or Mario World. Super Mario 2D, of course. While 3D games have their own unique grading system and genre, this Mario Wonder dwarfs new Super Mario Bros. From now on, that should be referred to as Old Super Mario Bros. Because wow, does this one seem to have so much more zeal, so much more work, so much more G, so much more pizzas. It has an enormous main riz. The undisputed king and queen of 2D Mario is this Mario Wonder. That's me throwing away the writing because I can tell you why I adore the Fixture S2 so much more easily. After years of use, this is by far the finest way to play Nintendo Switch in my opinion. As of right now, Mario Wonder is the greatest way to play Mario of all time. Okay, I took all of these videos by myself. That ought to demonstrate to you how simple it is to operate the fixture while simultaneously holding the camera. With superior sticks, buttons, ergonomics, and a Pro controller in place of the Joy-Con, this device is the ideal method to take on the more challenging Mario Wonder stages. That is the Fixture S2's secret ingredient. With your Pro controller, you can play anywhere. Okay, so you're allowed to be in your backyard, but this isn't private property. It follows you everywhere. It was great using the fixture on the bus, the airport, the doctor's office, or wherever else you might go. I took it to Super Nintendo World. For mothers, this is the ideal present for their child who appears to own every game on Switch. With 30% off their bundle that includes the bespoke carrying bag that neatly keeps the fixture with the Switch still attached, the fixture enhances every game you play. If you click my link in the description below, you'll essentially be receiving the case for free. This is an incredible, lightweight, and convenient method to store. This is the best way to play the Nintendo Switch. The S1 for the original Switch, the S2 for the OLED. Every time you do this, you're helping to fund the channel. Whatever system you have, they've got you covered, and Mario Wonder is fantastic. Why not play it in the most exquisite manner possible? It's no secret that Nintendo enjoys spinning things. It has happened before that Miyamoto and others have said, there's no new hardware, and then boom, there's new gear. However, the reason this interview is so interesting is because Doug Bowser was asked directly if the Nintendo Switch 2 was shown off at Gamescom. What was his response? There are two sections. The second paragraph contains assurance that the Nintendo Switch 2 will launch in 2024, despite the first paragraph generating the most attention due to its discussion of Nintendo accounts and everything migrating over. Okay, are you prepared for this? Nintendo was questioned. There have been rumors that Nintendo unveiled a Switch replacement during Gamescom behind closed doors. As we've covered, the Switch has a sizable install base and a lengthy lifespan. When you envision the Switch's successor, how do you envision assisting current Switch owners in making the switch to the new platform, while guaranteeing them that their investment in content will carry over into the next model? That is not a slouch, therefore, to start with. Without stating as much, it essentially verifies digital backward compatibility at least. Well, first off, I can't comment, or rather, I won't comment because PR isn't wearing a freaky chain around his neck telling him not to talk about this on the rumors that are floating around, Doug stated. But the creation of the Nintendo account is one thing we've done with the Switch to aid with that communication and transition. Every single gadget we switched to in the past had a completely different account setup. If and when we move to a different platform, having a Nintendo account will enable us to interact with our players and facilitate that changeover. He is so suggesting that he cannot discuss the possibility of a new system in the future. The Nintendo account, however, will move. In addition, he was directly questioned about passing on content and investment in the Switch to its eventual replacement. He declined to comment on reports regarding Gamescom, and he continues the Nintendo account is basically the ticket to do that. That reads, in my opinion, as, hey, at least your digital games from the Switch will work on the Switch too. However, the second paragraph is the strongest portion of this. Alright, so you have to be a little cunning, but it works really well. Our objective is to minimize the dip you usually see in the final year of one cycle and the start of the next, Doug goes on. Geiger told me your Foxpaw cat, say excessively. Our intention is to reduce the dip that usually occurs in the last year of one cycle and the start of the next. While I am unable to comment on the potential features of a new platform, the Nintendo account provides a solid foundation for communication during this final year of a cycle. My friends, we are in the final year of a cycle. Our objective is to reduce the usual dip you observe. Thus, they are making an effort to lessen the current slump that we are experiencing in the final year of a cycle. And they assert that the Nintendo account is a better strategy to lessen it than simply producing Bong games and the Red Mario console that, presumably, everyone in Japan wanted. The key to a smooth changeover in sauce is the Nintendo account. You are aware of the components of a seamless transition, correct? Of course, there are enjoyable games before the Switch. Strength to strength is a part of it. Not, oh, you wait till the Switch dies before turning it back on. I take it that involves carrying things over? Customers are far more inclined to sell, trade, donate, or give their Switch to a younger sibling if they know they can play their old games on the new system in order to obtain the Switch 2. Additionally, they are aware of how crucial it is to make the process simple by transferring your games, data, and Nintendo account. Correct? If and when we make a transition, we want to communicate with our players to help ease that process or transition, they state. If your games don't transfer over, it's not easy. It's not easy if it's very complicated. If there's a way to make some games function and some games not work, it's not easy. That's what we previously seen from PlayStation and Xbox. Based on Dub's remarks above, I don't think Nintendo will release that. At the very least, digitally, I anticipate a complete backward compatibility transfer. Physically, we'll just have to wait and see, as there's still that annoying difference between a physical and digital Switch, though I do think the physical games will function just as well. I believe Nintendo would be foolish to. However, it's this idea of the final year of one cycle and the start of the next. Dub's aware. He informed us of what was happening here, even if he is unaware of it. Furthermore, this isn't really a big secret. Every leak, rumor, secret talk at Gamescom, discussion at TGS, post by Nate Drake, post by Necrophilip, all of them point to the new Switch system, the next generation of Switch being released in 2024. We are unsure of the exact date. When is it the beginning of the year, the summer, the fall, or the holiday season? All of that is still up for grabs. I can't speak to the possible features, Dub Bowser says, leaving the feature set and details up for grabs. How can he? You can, however, talk about avoiding the dip that occurs in the final year of one cycle and the start of the next. And the moment is here. Your Switch 2 is going to be here in less than a year, and it will be spectacular and bold when it arrives next year. And it's going to be better than we expected based on a lot of what we're reading. It truly appears that Nintendo is simply throwing everything in there rather than taking extra precautions, attempting to supervise the update, trying to trick you into paying more money, or simply trying to deliver a new Switch without making any hardware upgrades. They appear to be putting everything on the line. With their marbles down, they declare that Switch was an incredible success. And suppose we did it once more. What if we applied more force? We've enhanced visuals and third-party support, and for the first time, Nintendo titles are available in 4K. With ray tracing, DLSS, and 4K Mario, we can create a plethora of marketing slogans and commercials, and it will be wonderful. By the way, we'll make the changeover simple. Nintendo's account is retained. TI the Realm, you can play it because you downloaded it. You downloaded Pokemon Scarlet without any problems. It now operates at a rate of more than 1 frame per second. It's strange to say that after the success of the Nintendo Switch, which was also the best era yet, I genuinely believe this will be Nintendo's best era to date. However, concluding this era with titles like Mario Wonder convinces me that Nintendo is primed for success. Nintendo isn't going to let things simmer before reviving them. They will proceed from hype to hype. I admire that too. That seems to be the best and most sensible approach. Doug is aware of it. Cap the Foxpaw is aware of this. It is known to the crew that moves the Nintendo account. If we have a system, I can't comment. Doug can also say, I'll remain silent. What characteristics exist? If we did transition, no one is aware of it. However, he goes on, our objective is to reduce the dip that usually occurs in the final year of one cycle and the start of the next. We're prepared to begin that dip right now. They will remove that dip and replace it with a hump because Switch 2 will take us much higher. I really do think that. It may be argued, however, that Doug Bowser is saying in general that if you purchased any console or anything in the past year. However, considering the state of the Nintendo Switch, the fact that it has been 7 years, and the fact that Doug Bowser is the president, I believe that rather than commenting as an analyst or as the head of General Electronics, he is speaking on behalf of Nintendo. He's talking about the account on Nintendo. Hence, it isn't because he is referring to the final year occurring every 5 years when he states, "Our goal is to minimize the dip you typically see in the last year of one cycle and the beginning of another." It's not because he's discussing the final year that will occur in 3 years. Years before the most recent year, they are not concerned about the decline. It's because we've reached the end of the year. You know you can make the case, don't you? Zach, he's only talking about in general terms. Someone will undoubtedly respond. Although the Nintendo president has been asked explicitly and is willing to declare that Nintendo accounts would transfer to make the process easier, I don't think he's talking about the far future in light of all the speculations that are floating about. At that moment, they would just remark, hey, Switch is going strong. Our system is the Switch. It's not what they say. He makes it clear that he does not believe the Switch is doing well. He does not state that there are many excellent releases. Not even the upcoming titles like Princess Peach and Luigi's Mansion are mentioned by him. All he says is that cycle is about to come to an end, therefore minimize the dip you usually see in the final year of one cycle and the start of the next. Together, you and I shall be there to embrace it whole, and cover it all up. Thus, I sincerely appreciate your viewing. Let me know your take in the comments below. And until next time, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay paws out there. Love you lots. Bye-bye.